Hello, everyone. Welcome to World Cricket Chat. Hi there, Suneer. How are you?
I'm good, Shruti. How are you?
So, Suneer, I'm just wondering, you, I think, took what I said to heart that you've gotten straight into the cricket. So you decided to go off to Paris for the French Open.
Yes, it's about sports after all. It's not only about cricket, and French Open was something which was very close to this tournament. So that was one of the reasons why I landed in early and took a couple of days off before the start of the Champions Trophy, in fact.
Perfect timing there, but did you enjoy your experience at the French
It,
Open?
it was good. It was good. I watched Novak Djokovic play in his first round match. Saw Venus Williams practice, passed very close to her, and that was an interesting one as well. Never seen a tennis player that close to me, and there have been a lot of cricketers that we obviously see every day, but tennis was something new.
You're a lucky guy there. So, managed an autograph?
She didn't.
Oh,
She was she was there or thereabouts. But well, jokes aside, no, I think she just passed by too quickly. I didn't have a chance for an autograph.
God damn it. Unlucky lady, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
So let's just get on to the cricket. There
Sure.
have been a few warm-up games and some very interesting ones there. What do the teams take from this?
I think two ways of looking at it. Some teams are probably not looking at the wins or losses. Some teams are just going in to look at the combinations. A team like India, I think, have most of their combinations set. It's about Kohli to take a call between which bowler will they be playing as the number three bowler, and whether it's Jadeja or Ashwin. Those calls. But more or less, India is decided, very settled on their lineup, and that's what for India it's about winning those matches as well, because you go into the tournament with that kind of confidence. For a team like Bangladesh, they lost both their matches. For a team like say New Zealand, Sri Lanka, who again struggled in both their matches, it's about getting their combinations right and trying to correct whatever wrong that they did in the warm-ups. But in case of an India or say Australia, they're looking probably to take that confidence further.
Well, Sri Lanka were just experimenting. We've heard that line. But
Well, that's Angelo Matthews probably trying to protect his young team, inexperienced team in that sense. But yes, Sri Lanka, given the conditions, given that lack of experience, might just struggle a little.
you spoke of conditions. That's one thing very prominent when teams come to play in the UK. A bit more about that.
Um, Usually, when you talk about conditions in any format of the game, you're looking at the pitches. But in England, especially, you're also looking up there, the overhead conditions. And this is what happened yesterday. There was a press conference, not really a press conference, a mixed zone where players interacted with the media, and the underlying theme of that mixed zone was that these conditions, these overhead conditions, can change drastically, and once that happens, you have to adjust both as a batsman and a bowler, because bowlers suddenly start to get a lot of help. Batsmen might struggle a bit. We saw yesterday Bangladesh were bowled out for 80 odd, chasing 320. Now it was a bad batting performance. Their coach Chandika Hathura Singh also agreed with that, but it was also the overhead conditions which changed drastically towards the second of the day in London. The first half was not as cloudy and overcast. Suddenly it became cloudy. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Umesh Yadav bowled brilliantly, and then there were some bad shots played. So teams might have to take that into consideration much more than probably somewhere else.
Well, touch upon something that Ian Morgan said about the toss playing a larger role and giving maybe a sort of disadvantage for teams batting first,
Well,
as he did at Lord's.
yes, he said that, and he said that in that match, in the third match at Lord's, and I would have brushed that aside as a captain moaning about a loss. But in this case, in a tournament like a Champions Trophy, where you have just three matches, you lose one, you're almost out. You probably have to win both the remaining matches and hope that other results go your way. In this kind of a format, in this kind of a tournament, what you actually need is for the conditions to remain very similar across the 100 overs. You don't need a situation where the team batting first, in this case, is really disadvantaged by a green pitch, which later on becomes a flat batting track. And Morgan said that the kind of shots the South Africa played chasing in that game, the England batsmen could not have thought of playing it. So I can understand where he's coming from, and one hopes that the conditions remain the same. But then what do you do if the overhead conditions change? The team batting first might have an advantage. Sometimes the overhead conditions are all right, and suddenly it becomes cloudy in the second half. and well, the batsmen have to take a call on how to go about it.
Well, that is British weather for you.
Yep.
But let's move on to a little bit of an possible issue that's come up. So I was reading the papers, I do that sometimes. And so the Times of India questions if there's trouble brewing between coach Anil Kumble and senior players led by Virat Kohli. Are these just, I know these are just rumors, but what's happening here?
It's not in Times of India. It's been across most Indian newspapers, and a lot of foreign journalists are also asking this question. And for all we know, it's just rumors. But no smoke without fire. And I think the fire was lit when the BCCI announced that they are going to be hunting for a coach, for which Anil Kumble is a part of the process as well. And I said that even then, that it's very surprising that 1 year into a contract, his contract was for 1 year, but usually you end up...
Yeah, you renew it, right?
You renew it, you extend the contract, and 1 year after that and this happens before the tournament. Why would you do it before such a crucial tournament? You probably want to do it at the end of the tournament, whatever your worries are. We've seen in one of the World T20s where there were rumors about MS Dhoni and Virendra Sehwag having a problem. Dhoni went into a press conference and paraded the entire Indian team in that press conference, and that did not bode too well. Well, it was a sign of, he wanted to show it as a sign of unity, but India lost out. They crashed out in the first round of that tournament. So it's something that you probably could have avoided going into a tournament like this, but then now that you have it, you probably try to make most of the situation by overcoming the mental aspect of this, and trying to play to the best of your ability.
Well, hopefully everything remains settled and we get to see more cricket rather than such rumors. Let's actually talk about a little bit of cricket that's ahead. That's the first game, which is England versus Bangladesh. How do you see this one going?
Well, England start favourites. They are the pre-tournament favourites to win the title, something that they haven't done in the ODI format in ICC tournaments. They have won one World T20, but if they have a chance, it is in this tournament. They're playing at home. They know the conditions well. Their batting has been excellent, barring that final match against South Africa. Their bowling is probably trying to come of age recently, but then we've seen that if the conditions are flat, then no bowling attack or most bowling attacks struggle. So if they can get their batting the way they have been going about their business with their batting, then England start favourites. Against Bangladesh especially, they will go in with a lot of confidence. Bangladesh did not have a couple of great warm-up matches. They should have won their match against Pakistan. Little known Fahim Ashraf did what no one expected him to do with that partnership towards the end of the chase. Against India, we saw yesterday they collapsed to 80 odd all out, chasing 320. So Bangladesh will have this that confidence problem. A lot of their players haven't played in England, so that could be a problem as well. That lack of experience playing in these conditions could be a problem. And the only team that Bangladesh lost to in the last 2 years in ODI cricket in a series has been England. Bangladesh have beaten India, Pakistan, they've beaten Afghanistan, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and I think there was a 1-all draw with Sri Lanka. The only team that managed to beat them, and that too in Bangladesh, was England. So they will take a lot of confidence going into the match, and I think they should have it easy in this match.
So the home sides are the favourites, at least against Bangladesh. We'll see how that one goes, and we'll continue. We should be back tomorrow with more exciting, interesting videos.
We should be back tomorrow, and there's an India-Pakistan game coming up, so we should be previewing that as well.
Yes, I'm looking forward to. I think everyone's looking forward to that one.
We all are.
Yes. So do join us for that one. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.